I moved into this overpriced, supposedly peaceful neighborhood with only one true love, my custom matte black McLaren. My car wasn't just a ride, it was my therapy, my escape, my pride and joy. It never blasted music, never roared at 3 a.m., never topped 20 miles per hour inside those fancy gates. But apparently, all it took to trigger nuclear-level envy was parking it in sight of the HOA president, the queen of petty power trips. Welcome to Prodigy Tales. Hit that like button and subscribe if you love watching entitled Karen's Implode. It began with a windshield letter, not a polite note, but a full-on Karen meltdown. Your car is a menace. It's too fast, too scary for kids, and violates our peaceful vibe. Remove it in 2 weeks or we'll take action. I laughed. I snapped a photo for my Karen Chronicles. Surely, she couldn't be serious. I hadn't broken a single rule. The HOA handbook didn't say a word about sports cars. If anything was a threat, it was Karen barreling down the street at 50 miles per hour, yelling at joggers. 2 weeks later, she escalated. I stepped outside, coffee in hand, and froze. My McLaren was ruined. Not scratched. Not dinged. Annihilated. Windows smashed, paint scraped off, tires butchered. Someone went full psycho. As I stood there processing, my neighbor Denise tiptoed over. Hey, I saw Karen and the landscaper doing something to your car last night. Seemed odd. Odd. That's your word, Denise. Not call the cops immediately odd. Whatever. I didn't lose my cool. I just grinned. Karen had no idea I'd installed a hidden security cam inside my porch light. I strolled back inside, pulled up the footage, and there she was. HOA Karen, shrieking about vehicular threats while swinging a hammer like she was in a slasher movie. I hit pause, picked up my phone, and called my lawyer. Congratulations, Karen. You just bought me a new McLaren with your money. She strutted home that night like she'd done the neighborhood a favor. But she forgot 2 things I have and she doesn't: ironclad legal rights and crystal clear video receipts. I handed everything to the police. Timestamps, footage, witness statement. Denise finally realized odd meant felony. The cop reviewing it muttered, "Wow, she's not even trying to hide. No mask, no gloves. Just Karen in her flowery robe, taking a hammer to a supercar." The HOA scrambled. The board sent me an apology unsigned by Karen, of course. She doubled down. When the cops knocked, she claimed she was the hero. That car's a missile. He ignored my warnings. I was protecting kids. Protecting kids by smashing property? Sure, Karen. She even tried to twist the HOA rules. Too bad I'd already highlighted every clause proving her wrong and sent the board an email titled, Karen's Fantasy Rulebook, Annotated Edition. When the civil suit hit, my lawyer practically drooled. Property damage, trespassing, harassment, defamation. She'd emailed half the HOA calling me a street racer. Karen showed up in court with no lawyer, just a clipboard and grainy photos of my car legally parked. Almost pitiful. Almost. The judge asked, "Miss Karen, did you damage the car?" She snapped back, "I did what the HOA should have done." Silence. The judge leaned back, unimpressed. Meanwhile, I sat there calm, sipping my court-issued water like it was vintage champagne I'd soon bill her for. My lawyer played the footage, Karen mid-swing, wielding that hammer like a horror movie star. Then the emails, glossy prints of Karen calling me the fast furious embarrassment. She screamed it was out of context. The judge deadpanned, "It's your email." When I spoke, I laid it out: GPS logs, decibel logs, neighbor statements. Myth busted. My car was never a threat, Karen's temper was. Closing arguments done, the judge sighed. This is unique. But the evidence is overwhelming. Miss Karen, you're liable for full damages. Karen blinked. Wait. What? The judge continued. Full replacement cost, upgrades included. plus legal fees and a harassment fine. I nearly toasted him with my water. I'd already ordered the new McLaren, same matte black, plus custom red calipers and thanks Karen embroidered in the headrests. Petty? Sure. Satisfying? Beyond words. Replacing my McLaren cost her nearly $300,000 with court fees and fines. She had to sell her precious white Range Rover, refinance her house, and rumor is her husband quit the HOA out of sheer shame. Even her poor poodle developed stress-bald spots. Poetic justice? You bet. I now cruise through the neighborhood at exactly 10 miles per hour, blasting the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme. Karen just stands there watering dead roses, eyes blank as I roll by the final boss she'll never beat. She tried saving face at the next HOA meeting, whining she acted in good faith for safety. Denise brought popcorn. The HOA booted her from the presidency and discussed banning her outright. Me? I installed more cameras. Karen's never set foot near my property again. I framed her original letter and the Hammerswing photo in my garage, my own personal Karen museum. I didn't just win a car. I won the reminder that no petty tyrant gets to rewrite the law. Try to destroy someone else's pride and joy. Better be ready to lose everything all for a grudge against a parked car. Like, comment, and subscribe for more HOA revenge tales. Did Karen get what she deserved? Drop your thoughts below and keep your hammers where they belong.